Hello, everyone, and welcome to the High Stakes Fantasy Network YouTube channel. My name is Greg Ambrosius. I am your host tonight for another live stream NFFC draft. I'm joined by Shawn Childs, NFBC Hall of Famer. That means he doesn't know anything about football. He's just very good at baseball. And Charlie Visconti. Charlie, how you doing? Shawn, how you doing? Welcome aboard.
Great. Thanks for including me, Greg. This will be fun. Shawn, good to meet you via Zoom or whatever service this is.
So, Shawn, what is the background for? It looks like a distant Wild West town. What's it for?
Well, like I mentioned earlier, that my offense in baseball has kind of disappeared. So representing the lack of offense, this is a ghost town in the Midwest, and hopefully it can turn the corner. It hasn't happened this week, but maybe Pete Alonso will hit a home run. I got Olsen on the team. I don't know. Just doesn't fire. You know, where's that like 8 home run, 20 RBIs, 7 steals, something. But for most part, the pitching's okay. Other than saves have kind of dried up as well. So we'll see what happens.
All right. You haven't been to the Midwest for a while. That's not a ghost town in the Midwest. That's a ghost town in the far West. Okay. Just so you know, it's like desert. You got desert in your background there.
I thought that was Wisconsin. Is it?
Oh, my goodness. No, we got too much rain around here. We got to cut the grass. In fact, I got to go home tomorrow from the cottage just to cut the grass. So, no, we don't have that. So, all right. So, this is a Gladiator Championship draft. If you're not familiar with this, 12 teams, 14 rounds, third round reversal, $50 entry fee. You can win $200 in your league and $7,500 grand prize. Shawn termed this the best team national championship because all 14 players score points on your team for 17 weeks. Draft be done, kind of like best ball, but best team. Shawn, that might have been your greatest innovation, was naming this best team championship.
I thought it was meeting you in 2004 in Las Vegas. I thought that was my highlight of my career.
It probably was. That's for sure. It changed your life. Charlie, you've done this before. And again, we have 2 quarterback positions. That's what you can have. It's not a super flex really because you can't have 3, 4 quarterbacks. Only 24 quarterbacks are going to be drafted. You said in the last draft, you tried something different. You waited. You got the 23rd and 24th quarterbacks. Will you be doing that again tonight?
It was a wily strategy, but I think I'm going to pass on doing that the next time. But that was the fine duo of Tua and Matthew Stafford. So we're going to avoid that this time.
It could work. It could work.
Had to pick the hometown quarterback with Stafford.
There you go. Good stuff. All right. So Shawn, you have picked 3. Charlie, you have picked 10, I believe, right?
10. Yep.
Okay. So Shawn, quarterbacks fly off the board early on. Again, everybody's got to have 2 quarterbacks. And so the first 24 quarterbacks are going off the board. First round, we might see 6 quarterbacks. You got the 3rd pick. What's the thought of quarterbacks at that first pick of yours?
I think I'm going to go against the grain and not take a quarterback here. I know I haven't done enough of these, and I did a couple earlier, and I actually didn't really look at the draft flow. I was kind of excited. I wanted to pick 3 to because of choices, but I thought maybe, the Gibbs or make CD Lamb just to, potentially do a stack with Dallas if that was possible, or just taking advantage at running back and see what happens. But, the quarterbacks on the next 2-3 turn are all right, and even on the 4-5. So you might not get the edge if you at quarterback, but your other positions could be okay. So I don't know. I got 23 seconds and 2 picks to make a decision. Right?
All right, you do. You have that much time, so we'll see what happens. But, yeah, this is kind of a fun strategy because if the quarterbacks score early, boy, these position players fall pretty good. And, again, all of your players will score for you. Forget about bye weeks. Every single player of your 14 is going to have 1 bye week, right? So you're not subbing in or anything, so don't worry about that. So it's a very unique concept. Nobody else does this. This is our first year doing it. I mean, prizes are based on 180 leagues, and I don't think we have 50 right now. But we are totally committed to this contest. The prize is guaranteed, and we just think it's going to catch on and be very successful going forward. We have a Gladiator Baseball Championship, and that is really successful. So we believe this will be good. So there you go. Josh Allen, first quarterback off the board. It is not Lamar Jackson. It is Josh Allen. Team 2 is on the clock, and then Shawn gets to make a decision.
Yeah, it's interesting with Lamar. Had such a great season, and he's got good weapons, and there is a progression in this passing game. So, I mean, when you look at these things, can they repeat? But we see so many times in fantasy football and baseball that the players that have the great seasons don't come back. Either they get nicked up or some of their weapons change. So Jackson, stands up 559 points last year, runs the ball, threw a ton of touchdown passes. He did lose likely a little bit. Maybe he'll be ready early in the season, but I don't know. That's an interesting dilemma. I guess this guy's coin flipping. Should I go? Should I go?
It's going to be a long draft if we're going to be at
I know,
50
right.
seconds in the first round. I may have to take a nap here.
Is
so.
Tua not in the draft room here?
He's not in the draft room. Yeah, he's not in the draft room. He was not green lighted. So
okay, well, hopefully our guys are reaching out to him. But Jamar Chase, there you go. So team 3.
So do I want? Oh man. I'm going to go against the grain here.
We're talking about Lamar and how great he was.
I know, but I was trying to talk that guy into doing it, but he wasn't even here.
Maybe you scared him off. I think, Shawn,
they don't listen to you when we're here. Geez, I emailed the whole group twice today. I can't believe this. So hopefully team 2
he's got money. Team 2's got money to burn. He'll just be on auto in these drafts and get in every one for you.
Okay, well, I'm okay with that. I got to see who that is. I don't have any team names. All right, so you took Jahmyr Gibbs. Why Gibbs? I mean, if you're going to go against the grain on the quarterbacks, why not Bijan?
I just don't like the quarterback position in Atlanta. I don't know how he'll perform over a full season. Bijan was awesome last year, got 20 points in a ton of games, had a really, really good consistency, and he was really a big factor. I just think that overall, I like Detroit's offense a little bit better. He's progressing in that, was he in the third year? He's going to split time, but, he's just explosive. And, can you catch one of those, Chris Johnson type seasons, where he can get maybe 2,000 combined yards, and I think he had close to 20 touchdowns last year and stuff like that. So there's a lot to like with him, and I just went for the better offense.
Yep, there's nothing wrong with that. We'll see if Penix can improve that Atlanta offense. All right, Charlie, you are on the clock here after 5 quarterbacks in the first 9 picks.
Now there's sort of a dearth of quarterbacks, but I'll do, you need wide receivers in this, so it's an easy start.
Well, I think Shawn was thinking of him at 3, that he was trying to deke team 2, who wasn't there.
Team 2 is still not, the green light is still not there. So, Hillstrom, Greg, is the name.
Okay. Jeff will be calling him, hope so we get him in there. Okay. So, yes, I mean, the top 5 quarterbacks are a different tier. Is that what you're saying, Charlie? Like, if one of those top 5 would have been available, would you have taken a quarterback first or not?
Yeah, I think so. Yes, I would have. Maybe the top 4. I don't know if I would have taken Hurts, but
okay.
Yeah, but even at the top quarterbacks, they 60. I always think the gaps in fantasy football, a tier might be 60 points, and maybe Lamar's 120 points. But what is the gap from running back 2 or from the wide receiver? And those drop downs are kind of big sometimes as well. But that's the decisions you got to make, and there's always some sort of quarterbacks that come out of the woodwork, but you are going to need 2 in this format.
Yep. And you want 2 that will be at least getting, let's say, 400 points, right? You don't want 2 of them that are in the 250 range, because that will not get the job done in our 6-point per passing touchdown format. So, all right, there goes Genty and Barkley at 11. That's a pretty nice bargain for Team 11 to get Barkley. And Genty St. Brown on the turn there, so pretty good.
Yeah, St. Brown's kind of slid a little bit in these drafts. Like, he's a pretty consistent player, but there's a lot of players that have jumped him this year compared to last year.
Yeah, he went 12th in the online championship this afternoon, which I thought was pretty low. It was Alan Suslowski got him at pick 12.
You think he has a list of how many fantasy players get drafted in front of him, like his regular draft? Like,
that would be a big book. Maybe less for fantasy than his, Yeah,
definitely be less than all the wide receivers ever picked out.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, he's going to CeeDee Lamb went in front of me. Jamar Chase, Jefferson.
All right, well, we got some decisions. There we go. Okay. Starting out running back here. And this is an interesting format because, honestly, you can just have 2 running backs if you want to.
I've done a lot of that, just the 2 running backs, because it's definitely a benefit, I think, to have a bunch of wide receivers and just with a PPR format. So
I would think so too. And I mean, Shawn,
Yeah.
we were talking about that first time you were on, and I think you did take a third running back, but I think, a sixth wide receiver is going to outscore a third running back, right?
Yeah.
And so this is all a math equation. And the way we have it, we have 4 flexes. So here's your starting. You're basically starting 2 quarterbacks, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end, 1 team kicker, 1 team defense, and then 4 flex, which could be running back, wide receiver, or tight end. So you can go with 2 running backs and 6 wide receivers if you want. So you got lots of choices. Charlie, you took Malik Neighbors. A couple of little small injuries, but it sure sounds like Russ is going to make him cook. He's going to get a lot of
it should be, he should be getting a lot of throws. And I'm taking him, in like OCs, and I like the back half of I did an OC as number 2. I hated it. I'll try not to do it again on Monday night. So I like that back end of round 1 and the beginning of round 2. Just gives a lot more flexibilities to get to the wide receivers early.
Yeah, the teams 10, 11, and 12 seem like they pound the wide receivers pretty heavy in the OCs right now.
Yeah.
Some are even going 3 up to 4 in a row. So, yeah, absolutely. If you want that kind of start, the back end is the way to go this year.
Boy, if you don't take a quarterback right now unless you're kind of against the game. Why do you got this 3 RR rule in this thing anyways? Tell me again. Oh, wait a minute.
Balance every draft pick. That's why.
Oh, yeah. I was around since the beginning of this. I know why.
You remember the early years when we had 14 teams and no third round reversal? Man, my phone would be ringing off the hook, and it actually was on a hook back in 2004. I don't think it had a cell phone. So there.
Yeah, I have a home league. My draft I do in Vegas. When we're out there, and I have picked 14. It's a 14 team, not third round reversal. So I'm sort of it blows. It blows. Yeah.
Those were the phone calls I used to get. This blows that I got 14. I just paid $1,250.
Yeah. So now it's 1,800.
Yep, it is.
Well, I was going to go Nakua there. I thought he was kind of a drop off and got a foundation wide receiver. It makes it kind of tricky. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to go running back. Nico Collins, great player, got some injury risk. Hopefully that offense is better than it was last year. London really came on last year, was a good mix, but same thing as a quarterback. Can he lead them the whole season? Really like McConkey and Brown. It's a debate which one is a better option. But, McConkey might be a 100 guy, but if I don't take a quarterback, I'm going to go with the hot hand. I like the Tampa Bay depth at wide receiver, and the running backs catch a little bit. They got a tight end, so I'm going to go Baker, and I'm not excited about it, but I'm at the mercy of the rules that you made here. I have to take a quarterback.
You don't have to take a quarterback. You could have waited for the 23rd and 24th quarterbacks like Charlie did. No, you got an interesting decision, no doubt. Because Team 1 could take 2 quarterbacks as well. There's a lot of good wide receivers, and I think you're going to get a good one coming back if that's the way you go.
Yeah, so I'm pretty much telling Team 10, don't tell them, but I'm going to probably take 2 receivers next round. So be prepared.
Yeah,
Thank you, Shawn.
I'm going to make my big yellow sticker run on the next turn.
Yeah.
Boy, it does get kind of sketchy on some of these guys too, though.
Yeah.
Is McLaurin going to sign? Does he want more money? Why don't they just pay that guy?
Because NFL owners are cheap. And he's also 30, 31 or something like that. So
yeah, he's like 20. He's like 28, but it's close though.
No, he's older than 28.
Oh, come on. How old is he? I got to look this up now.
He's 30, I think. He's going to be 31 this year. There goes Nico Collins there.
I'll take the under.
I mean, Greg, at what age did you start to show the biggest decline in your basketball career?
Definitely was like 54. 54 is when I started dropping off.
Yeah. All right. So he will be 30. He will be 30 on September 15th. So he's 29 right at the moment. So.
Okay, I was closer. I said 30.
All right. So at 30 years old, you're not paying a guy?
No, I would. I mean, he's been kind of the face of the franchise. I mean, and now they finally got a winning team, and he was fantastic last year. So yeah,
you got to pay him.
You got to pay him.
It's just a lot of theater.
Yeah.
It's a lot of theater.
Yeah. It'll get resolved. Everybody knows
it's like Hendrickson. It's like Hendrickson. It's all these guys will get, like Micah. Jerry will pay him. Of course, Micah knows Jerry will pay him. So.
Yeah. The longer Jerry waits, the more expensive it gets.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. As you can see here, he went third round reversal. So while Shawn had a whole lot of wide receivers he wanted, he took the quarterback, and now they're all going to fly off the board.
What? There's not going to be a big quarterback round in round 3?
There'll be quarterbacks there, yeah. So, all right. So if you like this format, again, this is a debut year for us. I've got a promo code down there on the scroll at the bottom. Take $10 off Gladiator Championship. The code's good for the next 24 hours. It's Gladiator 10, all caps, 20% off. Let's start filling up some nightly drafts. We filled out Friday night. We filled up Tuesday night tonight. So I'll do a live stream again next Tuesday night with John Fish. And if Shawn's around, maybe we'll do another one next Wednesday, because I just think showing off this contest will get people to understand there's a lot of fun for $50.
Team 9 is your friend from Las Vegas, and he was in a couple of these already. So he's really, going wide receiver, back to back 9 and 10. So, he's kind of like that structure. If I don't know if the Jets will throw enough, but as a wide receiver 3, Wilson. So I'm going to give the edge to Team 9 over Team 10, because I guess I'm I haven't seen Russell Wilson cook in a few years. But all good players.
I'm not offended by that.
I think both are very good starts. Definitely Jefferson, Thomas, Wilson is a really nice start. Lamb, Neighbors, and McConkey is a very good start as well. So that's the beauty of this. You can build your roster any way you want, right? Like Charlie said, you could wait on quarterbacks if you want. I think you probably found out that's probably not the best.
I may have waited. I think I waited too long, but there's definitely, there's that middle of the draft run on the mid-tier quarterback. So it's
right.
I think Team 9 has earlier bye weeks, so he's going to run Team 10 down later in the season when his guys have off.
Yeah.
You have concentrated on the bye weeks way too much in this format. We told you that the first week.
His all are before his first one. He's got 10, 12, and 14.
You're absolutely right. You're right.
Yeah, so that's kind of interesting.
That's right. But it's interesting roster builds for sure. Like Team 6 goes with 2 quarterbacks, and now he can pound all the other ones. So he feels like he's got an edge there.
Oh, boy. I don't trust Sam Darnold. Jigba going to be the same cook? I don't know. Tyreek Hill coming off an injury. Higgins always gets hurt. The next guy hasn't signed. Harrison, will he get better? Oh my God, what did I do? I was going to take CD Lamb 3rd overall. I would have screwed up Team 10. It was either him or Gibbs. I was going to take a chance, but I don't know. So I'm at the mercy of Team 3 last time. I think he snaked me. I would have had Pooker. So he's kind of changing the dynamics of my picks.
Yeah.
In back-to-back rounds, possibly.
Team 5 with an interesting builder, the 2 running backs and a tight end. Again, you only need 1 tight end. You only need 2 running backs. So he may get other running backs, but boy, he sure can pound the wide receivers after this with that start. All right.
By default, I'll take Najigba.
Okay.
I'll go for the younger player.
Lots of concussions.
Oh, no. Are they still a factor?
JSN to Shawn. They are. They definitely are. All right. So how many running backs do you think you're going to take tonight?
I'm probably only going to take 3, but
yeah.
I think that's what I did in the first 2. I had 1 on one team and 2 on another. If depending on what I did, it how they broke. If I could get a 3rd one, that was okay. But I handcuffed one of them out.
All right, we got 2 teams with 2 quarterbacks already. Josh Allen, Bo Nix, the team 1, and Daniels and Mahomes, the team 6. Brees Hall's a good bargain there. Marvin, there you got some upside.
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel good about it, but in this format, that's fine.
So, Charlie, we talk about the stacks, right?
Yeah.
Like in the national championships, boy, it's really beneficial to have a quarterback wide receiver stack. Maybe even you could throw in another player. Do you think you need to stack in this type of format where we really don't have a championship round? It's just 17 weeks of a regular season.
Yeah, I don't think in obviously in a best ball like the big ones they do nationally, the stacks matter because you need to be the 1% of the 1%,
Right?
And that's the only way to do it. But in this, I don't. The stacks. It's like in the OC or primetime, they just don't.
Nope.
Do you think sometimes like you see teams like Tampa Bay and Cincinnati and teams' offenses just click, and some seasons if you have multiple players on the same team, you can kind of catch that hot offense. Yeah. But it's not important.
I think that's bigger if you get a hot team where they just score a lot. And I think there is some interesting stacking strategy in the Gladiator especially, which hopefully I'll get to do in a little bit. So,
all right, good stuff. Yeah, no, I agree with you. I mean, you're looking for the hot offenses, right? And I mean, I think people are identifying Cincinnati and Tampa right now. We'll see, if Kansas City becomes hotter than they have been recently. But you're looking for that. You're looking for Dallas seem to be able to have a hot offense. So if you can get multiple players from those hot offenses, that's the way to go more than just to stack one quarterback and one wide receiver.
Yeah. Are you disappointed that Dak didn't make it back to you?
Yeah, not really. I don't, he would have been fine. I actually would have thought about picking him as a first quarterback, but there's, I think there's a lot of these mid guys that are very similar. It's just sort of a crapshoot of who they are. So
you're talking to a man who took the 23rd and 24th quarterback, Shawn.
I know, but he had a good opportunity. I just figured Dallas, they'll throw more this year. The running backs don't, they're unproven. Yeah. Will they score a lot of rushing touchdowns? You don't think so. A couple of those teams in the division should score. So I think it's Dak with Lamb's a pretty good combination, especially in the online championship. That doesn't Dak to go 12th or 13th quarterback, which is it's a lot a better price point.
I really in like the OC. I think I'm a big fan of Dak in like round 8, round 9, sort of in that because I think he will have some pretty good value.
Yeah, absolutely. And the OC this year, it is easier to stack quarterback wide receivers because these quarterbacks are going so late, right? I mean, Gripes 2 years ago, you had to take Kelsey in round 1 and Mahomes in round 2 if you wanted to stack that. So speaking of stack, Team 11, Kyler Murray and Trey McBride, little stack there if you like. Let's see if we got anything else. Team 7, Burrow and Chase Brown. So not so much a stack, but in a hot offense, right? So you got to like that.
You think McBride can add touchdowns to the equation? Even in college, he didn't score a lot of touchdowns. In the pros, hasn't kind of hit. But if he could add that 7 or 8 touchdowns, that would be pretty impressive. If he can repeat I think I have him projected to get like 117 catches. Is that a little too high?
That's pretty high. I would say that's pretty high. But can he get 100 catches? Absolutely. I mean, as far as the touchdowns, blame it on Murray, right? I mean, he's not the best quarterback in the red zone. He does like to take off every once in a while when he feels pressure. So I think a lot of that's on Murray, not on McBride.
Yeah, and Murray was terrible last year.
He was terrible.
Fantasy, he killed. I had a great silver bullet team. I won my league, but he just killed.
Yeah.
He killed my team in the playoffs. He was awful.
Yep. I'm with you.
I wanted to go fifth wide receiver there, but it was I did want to get one good running back at least. So
yeah, well, team 9 says the hell with that. I'm going 5 wide receivers.
Exactly.
And I like it. I mean, again, you talked about team 9. Jamison Williams is a damn good number 4 wide receiver with a lot of upside this year. Yeah. And then you got a rookie wide receiver. So real interesting start by team 9.
Would you have taken that wide receiver instead of Cook, though? Is that?
I would have taken. Yeah, I would have taken a different one, but similar sort of. Probably a guy with a little more. He's still on the board, so. But yeah, I'm sure he'll go closer to Shawn where you are.
Yeah, because the thing is, like, when you get the decision between those two, Cook, Baltimore's going to score a lot, even if Cook doesn't repeat his touchdowns. It's a lot better offense where Carolina's kind of unknown.
Yeah, so. Exactly. I mean, rookies are. There, I would have taken Sutton. That's who I would have. That's who I would have taken. But Cook's going to get the ball. He's in a contract. He's in a contract year as well. So,
right. Speaking of team 9, starting with 5 wide receivers, look at team 8. 3 running backs, a quarterback, and a tight end. Forget the wide receivers here in this format. Interesting.
I may end up doing the 23 and 24 quarterbacks again.
You might,
here.
yeah.
But not by choice. So
let's see, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We got 13 quarterbacks off the board right now.
We're getting close.
We're halfway there.
Is it death taking Rice? Guy's gonna, in this format, he's
gonna
miss 3 or 4 games. You kind of cooked. I mean, I guess where
but
he's
guys
going.
are going to get hurt, right? So it's not. I mean, I don't think it's a big deal, actually. I mean, given where he's going in OCs in like the 3rd round. So yeah, I mean, I think.
What about this format, though? I mean, to miss when you're drafting a guy who already know you're going to miss 3-4 games.
Yeah, but 3 out of 17, it's a lot better than missing 3 out of 14, where you have a playoff. So I think it's it's a better one. It's like a best ball. It's better. It's a quasi best, like you said. It's team ball.
Yep.
Really, he's an early wide receiver 3. So what does that player need to score? 180 points. He kind of, what he showed last year at the beginning, he was definitely capable, and he would be the top option when on the field. But man, it's kind of sketchy. But I mean, Greg, should I do it? I mean, you're in charge of it.
No, I don't think you should.
All right. Okay. Thanks.
you never listen to me, anyways.
It was
now you're really gambling. You're always such a gambler. You really are.
It was more fun to go against you than actually make the a different pick. I was thinking about maybe a quarterback too, but it's a short turn. I can we'll see what I can do there.
Well, only one was going to go off the board because team 1 already had 2. All right, so we're at 14 quarterbacks. We're not even done with round 5, and we got 14 quarterbacks off the board.
Yeah, there's better get in, better get out pretty soon, huh? And those 2 teams at the end I think they're going to take a quarterback sooner or later. You think,
maybe.
Greg, will you get some insight from Team 10? Are they going to take a quarterback on the next turn?
Sean, that's me.
I know, but I figured he'd ask you and I'd listen.
Yeah, we'll see, but I'm not going to do I'm not going to do 23 and 24. So I probably will, but depends who's available.
Well, 10 more got to go off, and 2 of them are going to be on your team there.
Exactly.
So, all right. So teams 1, 2 has got 2 quarterbacks already. Team 6 has got 2 quarterbacks.
There's definitely some strategy when you see like this. The left of the side of the board is all stacked with quarterbacks. So they're just you can wait a little bit. Play.
I'm just going to go for
on the way back. You can play a little bit. Yeah,
exactly.
I'm going for upside there. I don't know. I might have taken Worthy if he made it just for insurance. Maybe if he does, covers does better than Rice. But
this game does not take insurance. It's bang with every single pick. That's what it is. No insurance. No handcuffs.
I couldn't trust Smith. Smith's a really good player, but they throw the ball. They don't throw the ball enough. They only throw the ball like 26 times last year. Will he throw it 32? Flowers doesn't score enough. Worthy, a Judy who knows who's playing quarterback. Godwin's got more competition. Waddle is always hurt. Addison, he's missing 3 games.
We don't know yet. We don't know.
But he's going to be like Rice. He'll probably miss 2 to 4 games, I think.
Yeah. All right. QB 15's off the board.
Yeah, I was thinking about taking Fields. He's, since he didn't tear his Achilles in the first game of in the first practice. So,
Sean, you are the only team without 2 quarterbacks on the left side of the board here. Everybody else on the right side needs quarterbacks.
Oh, so once everybody, I guess they can take 3.
No, you can't take 3 quarterbacks.
Come on, they don't know.
That's what this live stream's about, is letting people know you can't take 3. This is not a super flex, although I think somebody asked last night, why don't I just make 2 quarterbacks? And I said, well, I'm giving you the choice.
Yeah. You got Dak and got Pickens. That would have been pretty good. You got to triple stack that team and go for the tight end for Dallas.
Yeah.
You should worry about your team instead of his team there.
I like his team better, though. Look at this.
I think I do too.
I do like now 6 wide receivers is very impressive.
You're envious, aren't you?
I am very envious. I wish I could. Yeah,
Good
there you
pick.
go,
Good
Craig.
pick. Good
There
pick.
you go.
Yeah.
I had to do that for you. So.
Oh, good pick. That's right. Don't let team 11 or 12 get them.
When I go to Las Vegas in September, which I'm not going, I'm going to the Wynn Casino to talk to Team 9 to see what is going on here.
What do you mean you're not going to Vegas?
Well, you didn't send me the ticket, and the room and all that other stuff. Can I leave like Brady and crash on your couch?
No.
No.
Okay.
Well, there's always Kim.
Well, yeah. Get that flight. You can always worry about where you're going to sleep later.
It's overrated.
You got comps at the Wynn anyways. You know you do.
No, I do at the Venetian. I can stay at the Venetian.
All right. Charlie, so you got one quarterback. Are you now not worried about getting that 23rd or 24th and going to start banging other positions here?
I'll probably start getting other. I don't
Yep.
like the I don't like the quarterbacks. I mean,
Right.
now you have to go down pretty far. So,
Right.
So I'll probably. Love was probably. I would have taken Purdy, Fields, all those guys. So I was happy I got Love.
Okay. Yep.
If not, I would have waited because it wouldn't have been worth it to.
Right. Well, I think they're going to throw a lot more this year. I mean, they ran out of necessity last year because he was banged up and mechanics weren't great, and Jacobs was just a running machine. Now, that being said, their biggest free agent signing was his Banks, his left guard. So I think they are going to run an awful lot this year, but I just think they're going to trust Love to be able to sling it this year. I really do.
Yeah.
They gave away their first pick, though.
Huh?
They gave away their first round pick.
Who did? No, we didn't. We gave them more weapons, baby. More weapons.
You wouldn't give Rodgers a wide receiver ever.
No, we only gave him Devontae Adams, Jordy Nelson,
in the first
Greg
round.
Jennings. I know they're all second round picks. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, you whiffed on this one though.
All right, I don't think so, sir. All right, that's a good pick. I like that.
I was, I'm not a huge tight end fan.
Yeah.
Early on, but again, here it's a pretty good option, and where we are in the 7th round, there's probably one other tight end, and then it falls.
Right.
It falls down pretty far.
Correct. Those top 5 tight ends are big, but Laporta and this other tight end, they fall too far below the top 3. I think, especially in the OCs. In fact, I just did a Beat Jeff Erickson live stream at 8:00, and Laporta really fell. And I said, man, he should not be falling that far in an OC. This is a guy who was a 2nd-round pick last year. He got banged up. We all know he was banged up, little injuries. The end of the year, he came on very strong. So I like the Laporta pick.
Yeah, it's a great offense. I mean, you gotta. I mean, that's some of this is you guys gotta get some good offenses, like Shawn was talking about with Baker and Tampa. So it's.
Yep. Yeah, I definitely like your team much better than Shawn's team. So
I do too. We're splitting.
Okay, interesting team 6 is when we talk about again, you only need 2 running backs, but he thinks that the 3rd running back is going to outscore every other wide receiver that's available right here. So
and it's this is a tough one with Caleb Johnson. I've been picking him a lot in OCs and best balls, but not catching passes. It's going to be, you're right. You really need him to score a lot of touchdowns.
TD dependent there, but Pittsburgh does run the ball an awful lot. I think that Rodgers is going to be more of a game manager this year, so I could see Caleb Johnson. But you're right, he didn't catch the ball much out of the backfield in Iowa. All right, Mr. Hall of Famer, what are you thinking about here?
Ex-Hall of Famer. But I was thinking Kelsey to go with with the Kansas City Rice earlier, but is Hawkinson good enough? There's kind of a drop down. Andrew scores a lot of touchdowns, but wide receiver, I can kind of pass that position. It looks kind of cloudy. Nobody really stands out at running back, and I don't have to take a quarterback here just based on those other 2 having them. So I guess I'll just take Hawkinson for maybe the volume of catches. Hopefully he's better this year and see what happens. But just get in, get out, and get a steady guy.
That's right. Yep. No, he's the 5th tight end.
It's a good pick. I was thinking about taking him, and Laporta. Someone went with Mixon. Those are risky picks in this with the guys who are hurt, and like the suspended guys, but the hurt guys can kill you if they're
absolutely miss a lot of games, right?
Doesn't mean you don't take them if they're super cheap, but
Yep. So here we are through 7 rounds in 30 minutes. Again, this is 14 rounds only. You draft all 14, then you're done. That's it. Your job is done. $50. We've got these every night at 10 p.m. Eastern time. I mean, once we get a couple of teams in, I know we're going to fill them up. So don't be afraid to put your name in the bucket there. And I think we'll start filling these up more regularly. But we got them at 10 p.m. I'll start adding a few more times. We've had some requests for 8 p.m., but let's try to fill these up. This is a really good format. It takes an hour, right? I mean, so for $50.
And it's no transactions, which is the best part.
Correct.
It's a nice combo with a guillotine league, which is a lot of work. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Talk about that format where one team gets chopped and then you got 16. I mean, you got some stars in there, but you only got 1,000 in fab. You want to get every star that comes in there, but you don't have enough money for it, right?
I did last year as the first year I did a bunch of them, and the strategy is great because it's a lot of game theory with the fab dollars and who you spend on. You need your team to be superstar team those last 6 weeks to make it through.
Right.
So Shawn went for a second quarterback. That was someone who I would have definitely thought of taking was McCarthy.
Yeah, so I was like Stroud and Lawrence. They have good receivers. Ultimately I just took McCarthy because of Jefferson, the best receiver.
Yeah.
That was my thought process, and their offense has 3 pretty good weapons. But I like Stroud. Doesn't run a lot though, and then Lawrence has a first round wide receiver, Thomas, and Hunter. But tight ends are really nothing. So I just went with the top receiver, Jefferson. It was the deciding thing there.
All right, Shawn, one of our comments in the section here says, you look like you're lost while driving, looking around to ask someone for directions. Now, I believe Chris is talking about the background that you have there, not your eyes during this draft.
I think it may be both, actually.
It might be both. It could be now that it was. So,
I mean, Greg, you did say off the air, I am past my prime, right? So,
well, I've said that for several years now. You know that, right?
Yeah.
You got in the Hall of Fame in 2000 and what was that? 11, I think 12, 11. I think it was 2011.
2011.
Yeah, I mean that's 14 years ago.
Yeah, I got in during the steroid era when you could take stuff and to help you have success, and it's just it's kind of the dead ball era now.
Yeah. Hey, Team 9's got his 2 running backs now. So
he does.
He's going there.
This is the McLaurin pick. If he, I like Debo was going 3rd, 4th round last year. I like him in 7th, 8th round.
Yeah. Well, he had that training camp look where he looked pretty heavy. Let's just admit it. He did look pretty heavy, but I think he'll come into camp in shape.
Yes.
He's a good fit with that quarterback, though.
Yeah. Yeah, and he'll run the ball. I mean, they don't. Their running backs are, marginal. So.
Well, and the offensive coordinator can certainly get creative with them. So definitely, I like his landing spot there.
He took another late round pick. We're going to catch this guy at the end of the year. Woo, he's got 4 guys up by week 10. No, I'm just kidding.
This again. Gee whiz. All right. Stroud's a good pick there, I think, at this point.
Yeah, I was hoping he was going to come back, but I think I took him in my first Gladiator, the first one in like the 4th round. That's how much he's fallen.
Yeah. No, I think that's good value. I think he's going to be better this year. I think that whole offense could be better. The offensive line needs to be stronger. All right, let's see what Team 12, if he's going to take 2. Nope, he grabs his first tight end instead. 4 running backs to go along with 3 wide receivers for Team 12. Interesting build there.
So again, Team 9 is definitely going to follow my playbook from my last draft. They're going to be, because I'm going to take a quarterback. So he's going to be likely he's going to be there's only 2 spots left. So
he's going to either be 22, 23, or 24 on 2 of them. So
which is okay. It's just you fall. I mean, you get rounds 13 and 14, the problem is your kicker and defense. This is a mistake I made. When you let it go that far, then you're taking your kicker 11 and your defense 12, which is, a little aggressive.
Yep.
All right. So I'm going to take my second quarterback. I'm going to take Trevor. I think he's going to be much better this year.
Okay. All right. So we got 21 quarterbacks off the board. Team 9's got none. Team 7 has one. He says, I don't care anymore.
That's awesome.
Yep. 7 wide receivers. Yeah. We got 4 flex positions and 3 wide receivers. So
and he doesn't have a tight end. So I think he's done, except for
tight end.
He's done. He's done because
So
he's tight end, kicker, defense, and assuming he takes 2 quarterbacks.
Quarterbacks, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And you're absolutely right. He could only take 1 quarterback because it is super flex. But I would think he would take 2 quarterbacks. So, all right. He's driving up the viewing audience for us here. We have almost 300 people watching, so I think people are watching Team 9.
Yes, we love it, Team 9. I'm going to give him a shout out for my strategy. So
there you go.
Should I call him live right now and see if he answers? Like, what
exactly. Do we know who that is? He a Vegas guy or not?
I think Shawn knows him. Yes.
Yeah, he lives in Vegas. He works at one of the sports books.
Okay, excellent. Vegas looks like it's full this year, Greg. You got a lot of drafts, we're excited.
Yeah, we got a lot of the auctions full. A lot of the prime times are full. We still got some work to do, but things are really coming together for Las Vegas. Definitely, I'm really excited.
So there's no spots for me. I can't make it.
What's that?
There's no spots. I can't make it now. You filled it up.
We got spots left. Don't worry.
You should be making the sales pitch when I'm drafting. See how many sales you can make at the same time.
While you're drafting right now.
Yeah, say like, all right, you're going to sign up for a prime time, a classic, an auction.
We need you in we need you in a classic, Shawn.
Yeah, we need you in a classic, Shawn. Definitely.
I think I do.
4 leagues.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's why. Yeah. We're a defense is that in is Denver?
That's a defense. Yep, Broncos defense goes there.
They're going to be that good this year.
Well, they're certainly the first ones going off the board, and
that's aggressive. It's aggressive.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, I'm gonna take a chance. This guy didn't die.
He's got a better hairdo with it now. He's in Seattle. He looks like he's with Nirvana right now.
They're still on auto draft, I think. Yeah, Team 2.
Really?
So he's getting.
They couldn't get a hold of him. My goodness. Okay. Well, he's going to take a lot of running backs then, I think.
Yeah. Well, I think he's almost done then. He needs a. Yeah. No, he is his quarterback, so he's going to get. Yep. He's going to get a few tight ends probably too.
Yeah. Okay.
There you go. The 5 running back build.
That's the most you can have.
Yeah. Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, there's your second one, Shawn.
There you go. But one strategy, which Greg, you sounds like you don't like though, is I have done a little bit of the Scadaboo Tracy paired up. So if one of them gets hurt, then you have a it's a little bit of a defensive measure with the running backs, but it's like the super handcuff in this one.
Yeah, I mean, they both have a role in that offense, right? They kind of want to be the thunder and lightning, if you will. Tracy, I thought, was very good last year. He can catch the ball. He's a former wide receiver. So, but I don't know if I'd want both of them on my team, to be truthful. I understand it. I would think one would have to get hurt for the other one to.
Right. Yeah, it's a little bit of a too defensive of a strategy, correct. I think, upon review. Yeah. First kicker went. That's pretty typical, I think. He's.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a bust. Oh, what a bust.
What do you hate on this guy for all the time?
I don't like the speed receiver getting drafted in the first round. It's a reach for Green Bay Packers, but you don't believe me, but we'll see.
No, I'm saying they didn't draft him because he ran a 4.3 at the combine. They drafted him because he made every big catch at Texas down the stretch, right? Like, this guy was a really good receiver. And then he runs a 4.3, and they're like, oh, his draft value is skyrocketing because he's so fast. Hey, there we go.
The Kyle Pitts was an interesting. It's that's an aggressive pick.
Yeah.
But was every big catch his 58 he had for the year, or that was,
Yeah, he didn't have many early in the year.
Oh,
All right, Team 9 is going to have 23rd and 24th quarterbacks, so he doesn't have to do anything here. Like you said, he can make that in rounds 13 and 14, but that means he's got a kicker and a defense in rounds 11 and 12. So
yeah, this is where I was able to at least get the Cowboys kicker as part of my brilliant strategy. But I think I had like the number 1 kicker and like the number 2 defense. So it was, I mean, I do like it because the board gets pretty thin pretty quickly. Yeah. So I think actually that's QB 22.
Oh, it is.
So there's 12, yeah.
Right, yeah.
12, but it's close. Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Okay, so that makes sense why he took him there. Yeah,
yeah.
I did not see Team 12 over there. You're absolutely
right. Because I was like, it's not 20. I would. Yeah. I know who 23 and 24 are. So.
He's stacking Carolina. He's got their rookie quarterback and their rookie receiver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big things happening this year.
Well, that's interesting. I mean, Pittman fell to round 9. He's falling in the OCs too because he got a little banged up or whatever. But I mean, that's a good wide receiver falling that far.
Yeah, I was. When you're talking earlier, I'm a fan of taking the two, like you said, the 2 running backs as a second running back position out of one backfield. I did that earlier on one of them, but
yeah, you were looking for that.
But it does start to get pretty thin though when you get down here in terms of running backs and what receivers. Like I'm having a tough time with it's like Higgins or these guys are much more of a crapshoot. So
right.
And I usually like just taking 2 running backs, but I think I'm going to be stuck taking a third one because I don't see guys. Nah, maybe not.
There's good upside. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can get the handcuffs of Warren and take Harris. I mean, he's played on a different team.
It's the former handcuff, Shawn. I have done some Caleb Johnson, Warren. I do like that combo. I actually thought about taking Njoku there just because he has a pretty good upside, especially with Flacco. Yeah. As a Browns fan, it's going to be a terrible year, but at least they'll score some points unlike last year.
Yeah. All right, so Team 9 is left with the 1 quarterback, and then he's got a kicker in the defense. So you got the 22nd and the 24th quarterback, so you can certainly do it that way. So again, Team 6, they got 2 quarterbacks with the first 2 picks. Team 9 really loaded up on the wide receivers, and was happy with QB 22 and 24.
Yeah, but for $50, it's worth a try. It's worth doing something totally different. So that was.
Love it. It pushed our ratings high tonight.
Yeah, exactly.
Shawn, you should do wild stuff like that.
I can't even focus on the wild stuff I'm doing.
Yeah. All right.
So now
are you learning this? This is your 3rd one now. Are you learning anything about this contest or not?
Yeah, I like picking from pick 10 better than pick 3.
I learned that from the OC on Monday night. Never again pick 2. I wanted to get Bijan, which I did, but the rest of it there was a crazy wide receiver run, and I had to take like 9 wide receivers in the middle of the draft because my receivers were so bad.
All right, so you're setting KDS right now for an online championship. What does your KDS look like?
9, 10, 11, 12, somewhere around there. Yeah. And then I actually like the middle, like 5 and 6, somewhere around there as well. Okay. But 1, 2, 3, and 4 are like my last ones.
Okay. Shawn, I know you don't always set your KDS, but right now, after you've done a couple of these, what do you think your KDS would be?
In that mid-range, I think in the draft, I want to get one of those the receivers, a Jefferson, Lamb, whatever. I mean, I guess Lamb goes earlier in the OCs. I haven't looked at the ADPs that close. I've written about him, but I haven't.
Yeah, he goes about 5. Yep.
Yeah, so. But, I just want one foundation wide receiver. I'm okay with one of those good running backs. Yep. Whatever. Is Travis Etienne ever going to do anything, or is Bigsby definitely running him over him? Changing offensive. I don't know. This guy, I won a lot of money with him 1 year, so 1 week, I should say, in DFS. So why not?
All right.
I think it's a pretty good spot to take him. I mean, he's still a good receiver. Bigsby is not a receiver, and the wild card's Tootin there, obviously.
Man, he wasn't a pass catcher really either. So, and then Harris is more proven, a little banged up right now, and then so it just really, I guess, still ETN's like young enough, and maybe a different coaching staff. I hate is the last couple of years when Ingram was there, he would be in the flat on one side and Ingram would be flat in the other, and they'd throw it to the tight end. I'm like, why don't you throw it to the running backs? That's a bigger playmaker, but they would never do it. They just threw to the tight end 100 times, and he was open about on a lot of those plays as well.
That's true. He may even get traded. Who knows, right? Like if they're this high on Tootin and Tank, they may just trade him too. All right, there goes our second defense off the board.
I'm up.
Shawn, you need a defense, kicker, and
a wide receiver.
A flex.
Yeah. Wide receiver.
Yeah, wide receiver.
I do like Lions.
Tigers and Bears.
I don't know. This guy isn't probably what people like, but I think he got better last year. Maybe with likely a little banged up. Maybe he does something. He just made bigger plays. Was open in the end zone a lot. Doesn't get a lot of passes, but I just thought he improved a lot. So, Quentin Johnson. I don't know. So whatever. He can have some games. I don't know if he's gonna score 9 touchdowns again, but.
So you hooked up McCarthy and Hawkinson, but nobody with Mayfield. Once you took Mayfield in the second round.
Yeah, just the timing of it. The Evans thing went earlier. Godwin wasn't going to take him, and I didn't even see if the third receiver I missed out.
I didn't even see where Igbuka went.
Maybe he didn't get drafted, but
I did. He went pretty late. Yeah, well, he went round 8. He went earlier than that in the online championship I just did. So.
Yeah, I only had him projected like 50 catches. They got just so many options there. I know what Baker Mayfield said about him was pretty impressive, but I don't think I would draft him that early. But especially in this, you're trying to fill those other positions as you go. So, but that team. I
could see him emerging this year. I really could. I could. That kid was so good at Ohio State, and I could see him having like you say, rookie wide receivers, it's tough, but I could see him breaking out. I really could. All right. Well, basically, we're going to be getting defenses and kickers going on here. So
now it's the boring part of the draft.
Right.
It's not very interesting.
I appreciate you guys joining me tonight. And like I said, I think we'll do this next Tuesday and Wednesday at 10 o'clock. And again, we're trying to show this format. It's called the Gladiator Championship. It's $50. $50. Got a chance to win $7,500 and spend an hour with good friends in a draft room. So appreciate it. And Charlie, thank you for joining us as well. You livened up the live stream for us.
Well, thanks for including me, and I'll see you all in Vegas in 5 weeks. So
awesome.
Look forward to it. See you.
All right. See you there, Charlie. All right, Shawn. Thanks much.
Shawn. Bye.
All right, nice to meet you. Good luck.
Good night, everybody. Thank you much.
Thank you for joining us on the High Stakes Fantasy Network podcast. To get in the game, go to playnfc.com.